Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good. Important thing is I'm giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to MomOPrey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's MomOPrey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Monday, September 13th, 2021. Let me bring this a little closer so I can see it better. And yes, it's Monday. It's a new week is upon us. I hope people had a decent weekend. I know it was the weekend of September 11th, memorials, and even today on History with R&R, myself and Cinnabon Bunny joined Rambling Canuck and Professor Brainy Specs to talk about our memories. We had people, well, obviously Rambling was in Canada. Cinnabon was working for Continental Airlines out in, I guess, Minnesota, somewhere out there. And Jeff was in Ohio. So the only one we didn't have was a Washington, D.C. perspective. But it was very interesting conversation today on History with R&R. But with that, I think, as we spoke about towards the end, I think 9/11 has been a wound we keep reopening, especially for those people who lost loved ones on 9/11. And I think it's probably about time we let those wounds heal. As someone who is physically now accustomed to see wounds that do not heal after being reopened, I realize now it's probably for the best that we give them the time to let them heal. Richie Poole was first in the chat. Welcome, Richie Poole. Yes, you were first. And he says, "Dear Sop, dear Mop, dear Nop." Well, okay, Dear Bop. And you know what? I did not get the Dear Bop set up today ahead of time, but it only takes a minute. Let's do that real quick. Let's make sure our Opera browser is working. I'll get that set up. We're not going to do Dear Bop right now. I'm just getting the browser set up so that in theory we could do Dear Bop. And oh, what's this? My Warzone. My Warzone. Where are we at? My kill to death ratio is 0.47 over the last 7 days. Not as good as it had been, but a lot better than it was a few weeks ago. So I'm only dying about twice for every life I have. Not too bad. Not too bad. Used to die about 10 times for each life I was given in the game, which yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, so let's see. Dear Bop, password is saved in there, so you guys don't worry about seeing it. And I don't even know if there are any Dear Bops. It's possible there are none. Just one direct message from Gary. So we'll worry about that later. And I will move these old ones to the archive. Okay, so no worries about Dear Bops. That'll be later in the stream. Richie Poole says, where is everyone? They're coming in, Richie. I was a little late in setting up today's stream. John DeMarco says, it sounds like this show didn't resonate with Bird. No, Stargate SGU or SG Universe. Well, I'm going to get to that. It did not resonate with me or MomOPrey. Captain Track says, hello, Captain. Good to see you. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga. Richie Poole says, Qapla, I have to get back to work. Take care, Richie. Enjoy your day at work or what's left of your afternoon. John DeMarco says, greetings to everyone. Carlos says, hi, and his hope everyone is as well as can be. Absolutely. And says, hail, Karoga. And then says, BedLife. It's a stream by BedLife 5. Thank you, Carlo. Captain Track says, need to raise at least another $5,000. Who are we standing with today? We stand with Rambling Canuck. Okay. For years, my friend Robert Knowles, or as you may know him, Rambling Canuck, has had the misfortune of painful medical condition. For the last 2 years, he has slowly ebbed towards complete kidney failure. Recently, his kidneys have failed, and soon my friend will undergo surgery to implant a tube in his heart so he can begin dialysis treatments. In his words, hey, I can finally say I'm bored. This is the original. We just never made the goal. I gotcha. This is the original. Okay. We will redouble our efforts. This is, okay, the latest update was made August 3rd. Yes, we did not make it to the goal. Okay, so guys, well, the link is out there. I will remember to put it into my future streams. Please, if you can, head over to GoFundMe and give what you can to help support Rambling Canuck as he comes across a number of expenses in terms of dealing with dialysis and his condition. And they are real. My dad went through dialysis, and it is no joke. It is not something you want to have, you want to be on. It is no picnic. So absolutely, please, anything you can do to help. Thank you, Captain. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Carlo Albanese says, we, the people, ask for entertainment. Well, I will do my best, Carlo. The Random Menace is greetings from the future. Greetings, Random Menace. Bradley Briggs says, zup, y'all, zup, Bradley. Cinnabon Bunny says, hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Carlo Albanese is giving everybody a hug. How nice. Bradley Briggs says, dies twice for every life he takes. That's what I meant to say, yes. Die twice for every life I take. I used to die 10 times. Dan Bean, Qapla Dance, and Stargate Universe also did a series of web short episodes you can watch on YouTube. Right? Are you sure there's Stargate Universe and not the damn Stargate Origins? Because that's even worse. Mike Richards is the Random Menace. Do I have a future? Chemtrails Bird of Prey, I talked to the Borg today. Awesome. The Random Menace is Mike Richards. I am currently 7 hours ahead of Bird. So much I can guarantee. There you go. You've got 7 hours at least. And Yosef guarantees it. Okay. So Stargate Universe. Obviously, I'm a giant fan of the original Stargate movie. Big fan of Stargate SG1, which I think is one of the greatest sci-fi shows of all time. A fan of Stargate Atlantis, although truth be told, I was not a fan of the Wraith, which are the bad guys of Stargate Atlantis. But that said, there are still so many good things about Stargate Atlantis. I can overlook the Wraith. I love the fact of just how tight the Stargate universe was. Rodney McKay as the main doctor character on Atlantis. I loved him. Loved it when Amanda Tapping came in to head the show towards the, I don't know if it's towards the middle or towards the end, whatever you want to call it. I love the Midpoint Station episode where Teal'c and Ronan get to fight. There's just so many great things. And I was like, if Stargate Universe could even have 1 or 2 great episodes, it would be worth watching the entire series. And yeah, there were 1 or 2 pretty good episodes of Stargate Universe. I was even happy to see that Rodney McKay even comes in 1 episode, and you got Daniel Jackson in an episode or 2. You've got General O'Neill in a few episodes. You even got Samantha Carter, Amanda Tapping in at least 1 episode, if not 2 episodes. So I was really happy to see that, to see see that, it is the continuation of the Stargate project. What I did not like was just about everything else. They made Stargate Universe so much darker, so much more dystopian than the other Stargate shows. Atlantis, even for getting caught in another galaxy, getting stranded there, it was a very hopeful message. And I, for one, didn't think it was even a hair, even a tenth as dark as Stargate Universe. Stargate Universe, the entire plot line is just the suffering of these people on the ship. And it's either are they going to suffer a lot today or are they going to suffer a little less? So it's going to feel not so bad. But in either case, they're suffering. And it's a very darker, it's a very more adult show. They can't show nudity, but they certainly imply it. There is, love-making scenes and stuff that you don't have in SG1. You have, there's an episode where O'Neill kisses Carter. That's hilarious. This is for more adults. Like, you could watch SG1 with your kids and not have to worry about what they were seeing, except that first episode, which aired on Showtime. But other than that, whereas Stargate Universe, you wouldn't want to watch it with your kids. You wouldn't want to watch it with, I'm sure your teenagers have seen worse, but it's just not one you'd want to watch with your teenage kids or your younger kids. It's not meant to be watched. It's not for them. Honestly, I don't know who it's for, because it really wasn't for me either. There's nobody on the show that you really like. Eli, maybe, but everyone else has something seriously wrong with them. Mentally, physically, not physically, but mentally, or psychologically, mentally is what I mean. Not that they're mentally, they're psychotic. They are psychotic in some way, or they're just terrible at their jobs. Like the leader of this team, he is legit not good at his job. He makes bad decisions, and then people seem to forget it. There were so many mysteries that just got cut off, ignored. You say, well, maybe had they had their 2 or 3 or 4 more seasons, they would have picked them up and answered them. But as we were, frankly, I don't see how they could have ever have answered some of the questions, like the aliens who just happened to fix up their shuttle and their people, but the people die, but their shuttles keep working for whatever reason. But more importantly than that, and this is not a spoiler because the show has been out for what, a decade or more, probably more. The mission of the ship was because they detected, the ancients detected something in the microwave cosmic background radiation that pointed to life or some form of intelligence at the very start of the universe. So it was basically a ship that was searching for signs of God or a creator. Okay, how do you plan to resolve that? I'm sorry, but even if you're the best writer in the universe, Hey, Cousin Dibs is in the house. Thank you, Cousin Dibs, with a super chat. Awoo! He's howling like a wolf. I'm howling like a beagle. Awoo! Cousin Dibs, guys, on Wednesday nights, Cousin Dibs does Call of Duty Warzone, custom games. If you are into Call of Duty Warzone, look up J Dibs, like it's spelled there, on Twitch. Join his channel, and he'll tell you how you can get in on his custom games. No cheaters, because everybody knows somebody. It's I try to get there for a little bit on Wednesdays, although I can't stay too long because I got to be up early Thursday mornings to do my Star Trek reviews. But it is a ton of fun if you're a Warzone player to have that smaller feeling of and to know everyone in the game is legit. So please check him out. It's good to see you, Dibs. I'm sorry you didn't have to super chat your cousin, but I appreciate it. So yeah, so Stargate Universe, MomOPrey and I are both watching it. So many ignored plot lines. How could even the best writer propose to answer the mystery of something in the cosmic background radiation? It's like, why even try? These are like all the mistakes I've seen with Star Trek Discovery, except obviously this show came on a decade and a half before Discovery. Like, why are you making all these same mistakes again? There can't be. From the very beginning, as soon as I heard that, I realized, well, I knew obviously from before I started watching that the series never gets a proper finale. In fact, I was surprised that it ended on a finale sort of way. So I guess they knew that last episode would be the last episode for a while. They left themselves an out if they would ever get back to it, but figuring that they wouldn't, they did what they did. I'm not going to get into the details, but at least they had some closure in the final episode. But so much of it wasn't closed, and I would have known from the very start. As soon as you hear that the mission is to track down something in the microcosmic background radiation, like, well, now you need a human being from the 21st century to write a believable script that they could actually solve this. And I'm sorry, there is no way. That's like asking people to write a script that solves the secret of life. You can't. Nobody could. And why would they even try to do this? It makes no sense. Makes far more sense that was just a ship trying to get home to Earth after seeding the galaxy with a bunch of stargates. I don't know. That's my opinion. MomOPrey agreed that the first season was better than the second, and the episodes just kind of started getting worse and worse as the second season wore on. Let's see. Pflugerville says Qapla all. Qapla Pfluger. Mike Richards is the random menace. He'll take it. Cousin Dibs is Bird. Hello, Cousin Dibs. Commander Ed Straker of SHADO. For me, SGU was the first red pill that alerted me to needless insertion and needless woke themes and characters. Everybody is an anti-hero and totally unlikable. Yes. Well, right. There were a surprising number of women on the in the military and overrepresented, I believe, for that time. Carlo Albanese says we all suffer in love. And then, of course, even the women who had no reason to be smart or know anything about physics or aliens or whatever, oh, they just happen to be abducted by aliens and come back way smarter than they were before. Carlos says we all suffer in love. Ion says the series had way too much disinfection and way too many conflicts, but otherwise I thought the show had potential if it wasn't for all that. I mean, yeah, if it wasn't terrible. John DeMarco says it almost sounds like you're describing Discovery. You know, John, it's almost like I'm describing Discovery, except without the terrible, terrible, terrible writing, and only maybe one terrible. The writing wasn't great, but it wasn't nearly as bad as Discovery. LDG says, sup, bird. One ship of many. Well, welcome, LDG. Commander Ed Straker says, Bird of Prey. Yes, Eli was the only likable character. Everyone else was a POS. I don't even know if Eli lived or not. You are welcome, Dibs. John Araki says, Call of Duty, I'm just trying to survive Biden's Call of Unity. Dibs says, it's okay, you were in deep thought. You always support me on Twitch. It's the least I can do. Oh, you. Thank you, Dibs. John DeMarco says they could have ended the show with an epic line. What does God need with a Stargate? They could have. Instead, one of the last lines was the colonel saying, well, I'm not Captain Kirk. You can sit in the chair. Carlo Albanese says that question is never answered. Infinite show. And it's never going to be answered. It never could have been answered. That's the problem. D.D. Myers says, Bird of Prey, Qapla, how are you and the family? Doing okay, D.D. Bit tired. Hoping to hear from my doctor and or the bed company today. We have not heard from either. I'm waiting, one, on the results of my echocardiogram, which they took last week, and two, on when are they going to deliver the new hospital bed, which I had hoped would be as early as possibly tomorrow. Now, if not tomorrow, it could be Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, hopefully it's earlier in the day. If it goes into the afternoon, that could affect Deep Space Nine Wednesday. But if we have to do DS9 Wednesday late, we'll do DS9 Wednesday late. But as of right now, I suspect we'll still be okay for DS9 Wednesday. Tomorrow is a little bit more up in the air, and it's why I have not declared a members only stream yet. I really would like to get the bed in place, and once I have it in place, then I'll do a members only stream the following Tuesday. So maybe hopefully next Tuesday we can get our members only stream going. Last night, I'm sorry I look tired. My CPAP, again, another thing I'm also waiting for. I sent a prescription again today. Yesterday, when my doctor came, or the day before, she's like, I sent them a new prescription. I was like, yes, but it has to say AirSense 11 on it now, and it has to give the measurements. So she's like, I was like, here's what we sent them last time. So hopefully they got it today, and hopefully they will call for the new CPAP machine. Because I'll be honest, last night, even though it recorded almost 9 hours of sleep, I can promise you I was awake for most of those hours. I put on Deep Space Nine, starting at season 6, episode 5, and I think I woke up episode 13 or 14 was ending. So, yeah. Cinnabon says, so you're saying GU is the TOS of Stargate? SGU. No, that's not what I'm saying. You heard what I said. So if anything, SGU is the discovery of Stargate. John DeMarco says, Cinnabon's opinion on TOS does not resonate with him. And Ion says, Ashley Vertebrae, they did give the show an ending. They made a comic book, and Eli did live. I didn't read it. I didn't read far into it. I liked the show for what it was, but love-hate thing for the show. And 47 Yorktown says, hello, sir. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Let's see, did the video crash for anyone else? Let me refresh it. Is it working? Yeah, it appears to be working. Check the sound. Let's see. Wow, it was way behind. Oh, is the stream dead? Is the stream alive? We'll see what people say, because it's kind of messing up for me. 47 Yorktown, I said, hello, young star. It is for Ion. John DeMarcus is still alive, but it's been lagging. That's weird. Ion says, you're working, sir. Thank you, Ion. Huh. That's weird. Okay, well, it's muted now. It's muted. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go and see what is, okay, we've got a few Dear Bop, so we're not going to do Dear Bop yet. Let's see what's in the news. What's in the news? Actually, we're going to go to Karoga in nation states. So for those who remember, it's nationstates.net. And we're looking at the Armed Republic of Karoga. And I've got to log in. I've got to log in. Okay. There are some issues I was interested in. Friends, Karogans, countrymen, lend me your ears. After the Citizenship and Immigration Services announced they'd receive a record number of applications for naturalization, the people have once again begun to debate who should not to be allowed to be considered Karogan countrymen. Okay, let's see what's the options here. Well, blood really decides all, claims the eugenicist Eli Waffle. Without the genes that allowed for historical greatness, our ancestors could never have helped to build such a fine country. To protect their timeless achievement, we must settle once and for all that a citizen of Karoga can only be come from a room of ethnically pure parents. Other races cannot pollute our citizenry, lest they be undermined the very values this nation depends upon. That seems weird. Number 2 is, hey, that's absolutely horrific. Hollers Ken today. Lilliputian immigrant. Karoga needs to be open to all colors, especially cultures that come here to live a better life. Nothing justifies punishing people for having wrong birthplace or family tree. Everyone born in Karoga deserves the right for equal treatment. What the hell are they talking about? God, it's only one country stupid enough to do that. And number 3 says anyone hypothetically can become a citizen, but first they have to fully understand your way of life. Researchers, critics, remarks critics, civics teacher, Patty Fitzgerald. If you're not going to learn the values that are the bedrock of Karoga, then you have no business going to be part of our armed republic. If you want mentoring to fortify verses of the national anthem, being able to list all 1,024 cannons in alphabetical order, like there's other citizens of Karoga can. Only those who pass a stringent exam can prove themselves to be true Karogans. You know what? I'm going to go with number 3. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Hail, fellow warrior. I'm going to go with this. The citizenship exam requires years of study to actually pass. That's fine. If they want to be part of Karoga, they'll study. Have war crimes will travel. Any body for science. And a grave problem. Let's start with a grave problem. A cemetery across from Karoga, as cemeteries across Karoga are beginning to reach their full capacities, citizens are demanding the government stop to rectify the situation before all the bodies pile up. 1, the expansion of cemeteries, if for the remaining of government land, is to benefit the economy, says the Minister of Death. What I propose is we declare all graves over, say, 10 years old vacant, and then dump the new corpses in. If, hey, nobody objects to sharing a universally dormitory with another person, why should you object to sharing of a grave? Number 2, burial plots are so expensive these days. Few people are even opting for them anyway, says Grace Schmidt. Let's make the final push to make cremation compulsory. Some people will not be happy with it, but when you get right down to it, there's only setting fire to the loved ones against their will. So you might that this is less important than expanding in urban employment. And 3, this is horrendous. Oh, we've actually got 4 options. Says Lucas Biofield, whose partner recently passed away. Whatever happened to ? When my Henry died? I was promised eternal resting place. Okay, whatever. Number 4, buying and cremating the dead is such a waste. They should be rejected for being bent on the nation. We'll pray to the families in a little meeting for the less. I don't think so. I think I'm going to say F it. We're going to just dismiss this issue and let people live with the graves as they are. Any body for science. A group of Kroger scientists is advocating loosening ethical regulations to allow scientists to perform research with live human test subjects. The details. 1, well, it certainly wouldn't be difficult finding willing volunteers, says Dr. Nikita Murray. Don't listen to Alberto Bray 5, the unforgettable. Please, Hara, love God. Love good, excuse me. Discrediting, directing his circles upwards toward your plotted plant doesn't mangle, blame me, so-called research. Where's the opposite? What incentive would people have? I think this is another one, just let it be. Okay, that's this one. War crimes. A small disputed strip of land in your spheres of influence have a state of civil war for decades. Baroga has been approached by the intellectual community to hold a round of peace talks. I don't know. Let's see, number 4. We want this warlord gone, but don't you want to look bad? We don't want you to look bad because of it. Let's try 4. Peace talks occasionally rack up a higher body count than they seek to stop. Okay. Whatever. Now it's time. We'll go to Dear Bop. What do we got going on in the chat? Jedi Bill, I saw yours. Rambling Canucks says hello, Bird of Prey and all. Qapla rambling. Professor says Qapla. Qapla, Professor. It's good enough, right? I'm not taping my fingers. And not Ryan Johnson says war crimes right up in Bird of Prey's alley. Hail Karoga. Indeed, hail Karoga. It's nonsense, though, I tell you. It's nonsense. Let's see, was that an email or was that one of my many in-browser pictures? It appears to be just junk mail. Okay. Back to Dear Bop. Cinnabons' number 4 is the best choice. Professor Brainy Specs says hi to John DeMarco. Jenna Bill says hello, Professor. And Specs good amount of tension and hail Karoga. Professor Brainy Specs says hi to Jedi Bill. And not Ryan Johnson says war crimes right up to Bird of Prey's eBay. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Cinnabon saying evacuate. Okay. Let's see. What do we got in this ball of fun for today? Okay. God damn it.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
Arabic Sonder with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Arabic Sonder. Greatly appreciated. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Let me get this. Why does this not want to show itself? Where are we? We're in the Bird of Prey. Okay. Got that there. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. So, from Gary Katzer. Oh, brother. As Pooh prepared to beam down, he suddenly realized he was wearing a red shirt. Oh, bother. Piglet, could you go get me a new shirt? No, you stupid bear. You're going to just leave it in the next can of honey the rabbit's going to show you. Stupid. Stupid Pooh Bear. And Gary says about mandates. And it's a picture. And says, we worked through the pandemic with no vaccine. Now they want to fire us. Last year's heroes, this year's unemployed. And Gary from Farmers says, what sort of headaches do farmers get? Migraines. Ha, 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 ha. Biden. Is this from the actual Joe Biden? Did someone tell Biden not to check his watch on 9/11? Or did he tell him to improperly not to wear one? That was a crazy day after each and every name was raised. He kind of did this and he looked clearly at his watch. Sometimes he would drink, sometimes he wouldn't. But every time he would check his watch. Gary says, is this real? Am I the only person who showed you love today and sent in Dear Bops? I don't know. They're anonymous, Gary. I don't know if you're the only person. You're the only person who sent it in as you. Tupac. The anniversary of Tupac's record just happened. But what many do not realize, Tupac, spelled backwards, is kaput. It is C-A-P-U-T. Look at that. So guys and gals, check your name. See what they say going the first way. See what they say in reverse. And if they're in reverse, you might want to go to a judge of the peace later today and have your name changed. Under reasoning, put something like PTSD or I don't know. You're bored with your old name. Captain Track again puts in the link to Rambling Canucks GoFundMe. And he says, support this or I will sit on you and squash you. Absolutely, Captain. That is a great way to raise money. Only thing better is to dress up as Santa and ring that bell. Well, guys, I know this is a really short stream, but as you can tell, I'm really tired. And yeah, I don't think anything great's going to happen if I keep pushing myself to stream with not a hell of a lot to say. I got most of what I wanted to say off the chest. And now I think I just need to nap. It was a really bad night. Now, I did get the flu shot the other day when my doctor came, so that could be it. So I am sorry it's only been like an hour, but Qapla all, BedLife out. I will update people tomorrow if I will be around, or if I won't be around. The bed is coming, then I'll let you guys know that too. Qapla all, bird out, and yeah, and it's buffering too, so it's not the best day. So I think we'll just get some rest, me and the computer. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.MomOPrey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your BedLife 5 needs. At the main BedLife 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, BedLife 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is BedLife 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.